We're on air. Have fun. All right. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. This is a scene for Darkness in Dublin, the Mage Edition. In this scene, we're going to open up to one of our new little magic casters. He's definitely making waves. He's not a forgettable face. He's an edgelord. Take it away, edgelord.
Hi, I'm your local weeaboo edgy elf boy.
What exactly is said edgelord doing today?
Said edgelord is going to be taking a walk through the park with his spirit sight, looking around, seeing if he can see all the spirits.
Okay, which park?
Phoenix Park.
Huh. Well, Phoenix Park. It just so happened to have a Lottie strolling about as well. For no nefarious reasons, other than the fact that she just had a stressful, awkward dinner. She never really has awkward dinners. So, you know what? She's gonna walk around in a weird park and just relax. And we'll stumble upon the edgelord in question. And
Yes.
stab from ways. Does he have his mask on?
No, he does not. He does not use that in public areas. He uses his
Smart.
mask when a job needs to get done.
That is not smart, but you know what?
It's
He's
because his
growing as a
mask has
person.
a wonder on it.
Still super weird. But anyway.
It turns him invisible to the naked eye. It's useful.
Oh god. Him. Him. So
Him.
Lottie kind of twist her head. She doesn't have
I'm using my pipe though.
Well, Lottie doesn't have perfect memory and be like, do I know them? Do I not know them? Just like the internal struggle of, if I know them, do I have to say hello? How much do I know them? Like, what is the levels of I know them? I think, you know what? I'm just fucking go with it because overconfident flaw.
Nice.
And then be like, hey, how you doing?
Oh, hi, how are you?
Great. I haven't seen you in a while.
I actually don't think we've met.
I feel like we have, though.
Were you at the dinner party to which I had gotten stabbed?
Yes! Oh my god, I remember you! Oh, no, I remember you.
Yes,
Hey!
I'm sorry. Hi. That wasn't my greatest of shining moments. I'm learning.
I hope you live long enough to learn. So, how you doing?
I'm actually doing quite great. I got my hand healed and currently working on my skills.
Well, hey, I'm glad the hand healed. Your name's Malpheus? Malthia?
My name is actually Malthael, which apparently is the
Malthael?
name of a fallen angel, so I use the alias Dean. It's a more common name. Yes, I know. I know it's exactly what you're thinking.
May be more fitting. But anyway, Dean. I mean, if anything, I'd call you Mouthy or Mouthy. Mouthy would be also a good nickname. Because,
Hey, if
well,
that's what you wish.
yeah, the mouth. Great impression. It was definitely unforgettable.
Yes.
Which is honestly something that works well in my area of expertise.
I can't tell if that was a compliment or not, but I'll take it as if it was one.
I'm just keeping you guessing. Yeah, so are you new to the area? Well, okay, so like from what we got, the gist of your the gist of you is that like technically you've lived here, but like you're not really outside kind of person.
Yes. See, I was raised with a interesting guardian, and she basically taught me how to be a shut-in hacker in a way. And it never I never saw fit to leave whenever I had everything at my disposal at my apartment.
I'm not sure if I should be concerned for your overall mental state. But alright.
I'm quite well, actually. I did find a lot of. I had a good friend on the other end, I guess you could say, who I could talk to quite often, as well as quite a lot of social media. And I read a lot of books, especially Edgar Allan Poe. He's my favorite.
You know what? I would be surprised if he wasn't. You've got that whole nevermore shit going. Although I do like
Actually,
the
I
one
quite like
where
that book.
it's the person buried underneath the floor, Telltale Knock or something like that. That one was
Yes.
my
Yep.
favorite.
That's a very nice one, actually. I like that piece.
Mm-hmm. But regardless, so, you practicing and stuff?
Yes, I'm actually currently working on my spirit magic.
Huh. One realm I haven't really gotten into. I mean, I'm trying myself, but like realizing it's definitely more useful than I thought.
Yes, through my adventures into the Umbra so far, I managed to actually grab a friend, and I'm gonna summon out my familiar Oro, who is wrapped around my stomach currently, and he slithers down my arm and wraps around.
Snake, I'm imagining.
Yes, he is an Oreobos.
Is he visible in the mundane? Because she doesn't
He
have
can
spirit
be.
sight up, so she wouldn't see it.
Yes, he is. He's a
Sweet.
shadow familiar, so he's good for intelligence. He can uh, how do you say, phase into and out of mundane world and Umbra when he chooses.
Cool. And that's his
He's
actual
good.
speech. She's like cool as she yawns because she's just like, oh, my bad.
Yes, I can be quite boring sometimes, I know.
I mean, it's also like 1 or something in the fucking morning, which is why I'm kind of more surprised that you're here. The park normally closes. But who am
I'm
I
a
to judge?
night.
I'm also here.
I'm a night owl. What can you say?
Creepy. I can say that. But like, I'm also a night owl, so like, also creepy. We're all creeps.
Yes, we are.
All right, so dare I ask, what have you been up to?
Well, I had an unfortunate meeting with the gravedigger that didn't
Oh
end
no.
out how I wanted it to, but hey, life keeps
I
pressing
mean,
on, right?
you're alive, so that's a plus.
Exactly. I'm lucky to be
Uh,
alive.
yeah. Eventually, I got to talk to Gravedigger about stuff too. He's definitely a
A unique
being of,
fellow.
yes, of a unique characteristics that is well connected,
Quite.
and that's as much as I can say. He's also a Looney Tune, but like in
Hmm.
the best and worst ways, which is also probably not super awesome to say, but like, yeah, he's fucking Looney Tune.
Yeah. He's. I was looking at him through spirit sight, and let's just say I didn't see a whole lot of spirit.
What?
I was looking at him through spirit sight, and let's just say I didn't see a whole lot of spirit.
Yeah, don't look too closely at him. And also, if you agree
I've.
to anything, be very careful with what you agree to with him. Or
Oh, don't
anyone,
worry. I
really.
actually
Just remember
can't
that as, like,
talk
a
to him ever
thing.
again.
The fact did you know what? I don't want to know. I
Yeah.
don't think I want to know.
Let's let's not
I
go
feel
down that
like,
road.
I feel like, alright, I gotta roll willpower. Because that tickled your
Why is that?
curiosity. Curiosity flaw.
Oh, I have a curiosity flaw too.
Wait, you have common sense and curiosity?
What's up?
You have common sense and curiosity?
I have curiosity as a flaw, I think 1 or 2. I don't remember.
I mean, it's 2-point flaw. But I was
Yeah,
just like,
two
wait,
points. Yeah.
you have curiosity as a flaw, but you also have common sense as a merit?
Yep. One contradicts the other, huh?
That's, I don't know if that's how it works, but okay. It's like, okay. That's not normally, you know what? Never mind. Moving on.
Hey, for whatever reason.
She makes it nicely. She's just gonna look at that opportunity as it sails into the horizon and wave it the fuck goodbye.
Yeah.
Nope. Not today, Satan. She'll be like, okay. You do you, kid. For as long as you possibly can.
I actually plan on making a long stay here.
For as long as you possibly can is as much as I can say it.
It's just a hurdle to overcome. We'll get there.
I mean, gravestones can often look like hurdles from afar. Just when you jump
Great.
over them.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you know what? You look with that. What else have you been up to? You know, do I want to know? Just let me know. Do I want to know?
What have I been up to? Just really drinking at different bars and I don't know, just I'm starting to really enjoy myself in this world more than I have been.
I'm glad.
Now, player to player, I
Uh-huh.
think. So, would I know in game that you're the leader of the Cult of Ecstasy, or no?
Uh, I'm not too sure because it's like known throughout the traditions. But
Hmm.
if you're not in the traditions, I'm
Exactly.
not too sure. So if anything, he can just like up and ask.
Okay. So, what tradition
It's
are
like,
you a part
what
of?
do you know? Myself?
Yes.
Well, I'm an ecstatic, or I am part of the cult of ecstasy, which is kind of weird because the cult of ecstasy, like, we're all one big unit, but like we all do shit differently. Like, I don't think any of the traditions do shit the same way. We
Yeah,
just happen to have similar mindsets.
that's fair.
So, like, in a nutshell, you really kind of run on off of passion as an
Hmm.
ecstatic, but like it could be passion that you have, or it could be like fucking adrenaline rushes from like just about anything. Like
Hmm.
I've heard of ecstatics who use self mutilation as an adrenaline rush for their spells, and it's works for them, but like coping skills. And then you have
What's
other ecstatics who run off of like partying, sex, drugs, rock and roll, Rockefeller, shit like that. Like, you know, who like run off of like the thrill of Wall Street. So I've heard. And
what's your
like
thrill?
music.
Music? I feel
Yeah,
that.
it's out of the fucking heartbeat of the city. Had to do best for that. It was beautiful. Constantly remixing. But
That is quite nice.
thank you. But yeah, so everyone does a little differently. I had a friend, his name was Sketch, yeah. He was a tattoo artist. And some of the shit was off of that. Just, just your different kind of art in a sense. Because in a sense, it's really all just art.
My
It's different
character,
types of
uh,
art.
my
Mm-hmm.
character lifts up his sleeves and pulls down his collar, and you can see various amount of tattoos. I say I
Yep,
agree with your friend quite a lot.
art. But it's got to be something you feel deep in your guts. Like, I don't mean just like your guts, like the intestine, stomach area, but I also mean like your heart guts, and like your guts with your kidneys, and like your pancreas, and like all of those guts in your axial area, just like all of them. But you've also got to be like in the tips of your fingers and your toes, just energy, you know? It's also got
You're
to be
quite
like up here, and she like tap her temple. These
you're
guts
quite
too.
funny, you know that?
I just tell it as it is, dude. If there's humor in my poetry, I'm glad that you appreciate it and hope it sinks in even deeper.
I'm sure it will.
But yeah, it's all in the guts. At least that's how you know. But it is what it is. Some people are passion as books, and you can't really fault them for that.
I see.
It's really just art and how that art makes you feel and how you express it and just using it to do things with.
Yes, I do see. So, who exactly would I talk to as reference to a leader of your tradition, as maybe a willingness to join?
Hmm. And she just makes that noise out of her mouth, closes it, and just goes, hmm. Me? Maybe? Don't quote me. Don't. Retract that. Maybe not retract it. Maybe like semi retract it, like just the tip. Um, me kind of. So like, there was someone in charge, but he got
I
like
see.
super fucking hurt. And there's someone else in
Hmm.
charge, and the person who was in charge got even more hurt. And the second person was just like, all right, I guess it's mine. But then the second person had to leave, and I was the deputy to the second person, and also kind of the apprentice to the first person. So technically, me.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility.
I really haven't thought of it in a while. I just kind of realized now that, like, technically, I'm acting head. Technically, it's new information
I see.
because I am nowhere near mastership of
I'm sure you'll get there.
any who's what's it's
You seem very bright.
like a fucking strobe light. All right, it's a weird space, but you know what? It's a cool space. I'm figuring it out as I go. So, why do you want to be an ecstatic, really? Like, if you obviously, I'm hoping, looked at the others, right?
Yes, I have found quite a lot of traditions that don't really fit my my lifestyle and my way of life, and figured that I narrowed down my searches into which ones best fit me and my unique personality. And I came across this one.
Well, it's like I said about the guts. It's a very real thing. It's literally just you know your guts. it's kind of something like it's something that you know will drive you,
Hmm.
and you recognize that it won't drive everybody. And you do your best to help them, but you can't force them. That's the one thing. You can't force them to enjoy it. You gotta kind of lead them there, and if they don't want to take the cake, well, then because
Well, I
that's just the way that it
definitely.
goes. You can't make everyone dance to the same song, and some people don't want to dance.
That's awesome. I've actually never learned how to dance, unfortunately.
Oh, why? What? Miss
Yes, like I
Travesty, I'll
said,
have you know,
due to
true
my
heart in life.
upbringing, I haven't gotten to be such a
True
social
heart.
butterfly.
True heart. Dude, like, if you're at your fucking computer all day, you telling me you did not see no music videos?
I did, but I never
And
got
you
the
never
chance to
had,
learn or practice.
never like on an off day where you're all alone, you're just like, no one will see me dance.
I've
And you
really
just do it.
I've never had an off
I
day.
do that
I've
all
always been working on a project. Some days would take me 24/7, some days longer.
the you know, but you know what? I can't right now. I can't. It's like, that sounds just insane. So here's my perfect example. To me, that sounds insane. And she'll like pull off her headphones wrapped around her neck. Notice they're on mute for some reason.
Hmm.
And just pull up like random songs and have them just beat through her headphones as she's holding them up, and just like every couple of seconds move to a new song, move to a new song, move to a new song. It's just like a cycle of just new songs until she stops. Those songs, that whole saga right there
Did
is
you
just
remember to unmute your
background
phone?
music. Yes, she like adjusted
Okay,
it because it's connected to
cool.
her phone. It's just
Just making sure.
connected to my fucking head. Like all of that's just background noise in the back of my head. I can't
Hmm.
imagine anyone who doesn't have any kind of music like that back there. But I know they don't. I recognize that. You know what? Not everyone has portable speakers in their pockets for rituals. Why? Because this is a me thing. I know that not everyone stays up late just doing remixes of random songs just to fuck with yourselves. Like, I've got some really weird Wiggles remixes that I'm never going to show to another human being or anybody, any other creature, other than my poor computer. Only me and the computer know about this tragedy and have seen it. You
Well,
now know, but
apparently
you will
now I
never see
know,
it. You will know, but you will never see it.
and
This
I
is a
won't
thing that
tell a soul.
exists. No one will ever believe you. That's the thing. Or maybe
You're
Liza.
damn right
Liza
they
might
won't.
believe you. Liza might believe you. But anyway,
Don't worry,
like,
your secret's safe with me.
yeah. So, like, should I have that I know no one else will understand? And that's kind of the way it is. You're gonna do things that's just you beating to your own drum, and you don't know why you do it, but it just makes sense to do it. And as long as it's not infringing on other people, do you, boo. That's really just it. Like, I would
Very
never
nice.
unleash that thing on anyone unless I really, 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 really dislike them. Or if, well, yeah, now that I think
I
about it, I
do
could
have
probably use it to torture Liza. Should
I
the
do have
opportunity come up.
one
I'd probably take
passion
advantage.
that I do feel
Hmm.
strongly about.
All right, what's the passion?
For you see, I'm an herbalist. As I bring out my pipe and I unhook the left part of my vest and I open it up, and there are like 17 different vials of different herbs inside of it.
See, when I heard herbalist, I thought of something completely different. But you're like an
No,
actual herbalist.
uh, I use them for my pipe. For you see, each one has a different effect, and I can
That's
name each and every single one.
that's pretty wicked. See, shit like that. That's a passion. You probably know
For
lots of
instance,
shit about that stuff, but
the
I
one that I
probably
have
couldn't name
currently,
like one.
the one that I have currently is one that I picked up recently. It's a blue rose, um, well, twisted with another thing that gives you an incredible sense of calm and focus.
Mm-hmm. I got it. It's not everyone gets it, but you know what? It works.
I often use this pipe for many of my spells, actually.
Uh huh.
One of the main things I use it for is whenever I produce the smoke out of the bowl,
Uh huh.
I'm able to actually contact spirits through it and have them shape form and talk to me through it.
That's pretty cool. See, with a passion like that, if that's something you really truly like feel in your guts, all of them, remember the guts list, all of them
I remember the guts list.
is like deep in your soul, then yeah, you can definitely have what it takes to be an ecstatic. I mean, we're not really super big on rules because we're ecstatics. And so I'll have to see about what like really goes on in like initiation, quote unquote. Get you some books on learning really what's going on.
I
Probably
sure
have them
will.
in the library. Um, but yeah, like it couldn't hurt. But like, think about it. Like, really think about it, because you don't really go back. I don't think you can go back. Like legit.
I'm
Because
fairly
it's
well aware of the rules of the traditions.
all right. Just think about what you really want to do. You can always be kind of like hung in the middle with the disparates.
I actually can't right now, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, you pissed off the Gravedigger. I don't know
For
how
me,
or why.
it's
I don't want to.
for me it's either find a tradition or be a non-associated rogue, and
Those
preferably I would
don't
like to have
live
friends.
long.
Yes,
Yeah,
quite.
friends are good.
I would like to preserve my life. Thank you very.
Yes. Preservation of life is often pretty cool. So yeah,
I have a few goals and dreams I want to realize one day, and to achieve that, I might
mm,
need some friends.
there you go. Goals and dreams are nice to have. Again, remember our big rule: don't be infringing that shit on other people who don't want in.
Don't
Do not
worry.
make people drink tea. All right, easy as pie. Can't
I
make
don't
people.
make. I will simply offer, and if no one decides to indulge, they don't have to. It's my tea.
There you go. All right, and tea can be anything.
My favorite is White Dragon, actually.
My favorite is really anything I can drink. Usually some kind of black oolong.
Ooh, that's a good
Though,
dark, rich kind of flavor.
though, the tea that Ruby Nights has is pretty fucking baller. There's one like masala that they mix they have. There's like gorgeous. I don't know what else to say, but like gorgeous.
Very
And
well.
she's got
I'll
like
give it a
the
try one day.
fingertips do you know that one meme with Kronk? That one meme? But
Yes.
it's not Kronk, Pacha from the Emperor's New
Uh,
Groove, where
yes.
it's like the fingertips are closed and you've got the three fingers. That
Mm-hmm.
she does that
Yeah.
exact pose. It's just right. That is delicious. Is she a meme queen? Probably. Who knows what she does? And she's not teaching.
Very nice.
So yeah, yeah, it is Phoenix Park.
We what?
It is Phoenix Park.
So, would you like to continue this conversation, say at a bar?
Yeah, sure.
Which one do you have in mind?
They're like so many everywhere. Just pick one. Anyone.
Um, what about? Do you know a fellow by the name of Mutt?
Mott?
I think it's like Maats, Mats or Mots.
Nope, but I guess we're making friends.
Yes. He's a fellow who runs a bar. I actually, during my quote unquote awakening, I think is what it's called, I teleported into his bar and kind of messed with some things. Whoops. I'm not a Nafandi. Out of character.
Lottie's not a great judge of character. I said the not Nafandi.
Close enough. Oh well, can't be helped. I don't know why people think I'm trying to destroy the world.
Because the silence.
Oh, that. See, it's not what people think of,
Wait, is this in
actually.
character or out of character?
Out of in character. I thought you
Oh,
were
in
saying that in
character?
character.
Oh, no. Well, no,
Oh,
Lottie doesn't know silence.
oh,
Sorry.
okay. Out of character. It's not the.
I know.
Okay, so it was explained to me by Adam that Nafandi wished to destroy the entire universe, universes, and multiverse and infiniverse, and basically have everything into nothing. That is actually quite the opposite of what my character wants. My character wants his own world to where you can build, create, and do whatever you feel that you're passionate about in, but he only allows people who've really transcended past the illusion that they're under. So if they are stuck on something and they're still dragged down to the moral world or the moral qualm, they can't reach and they can't see everything.
I mean, it
It's a
kind of
paradox.
sounds like he wants to make. It kind of sounds like he wants a mixture of Nirvana and like a small little dimensional realm where he is God.
Yes. Yeah, essentially. That's his ascension. Is basically he wants to take over his he doesn't know like in character he wouldn't know this yet, but his end goal is to take over his parents' dominion, essentially.
Yeah, um, it's still problematic, but it gets back to in character.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess we'll go over to a bar
Yep.
that's nearby. Who knows? And if anything, we can always just I don't mind if it makes public. Open people up.
You said what about opening people up?
Like if you want, I can always put the you can just put this in chat because they got to have their
And
little explanation.
wait, what? I'm confused.
No, give me a sec. I
Okay.
text you it.
But yes, so at the bar, whenever we get there, I'll sit down and I'll order both of us a drink of our wishing.
Long Island's
Okay.
because she's
So
looking for
I'll
the perfect Long Island in Dublin.
Okay, so I'll order a Long Island for you and a dry whiskey for me.
Okay. So Lottie, while waiting for her drinks, kind of sit down. So, what exactly like? Do you have anything that you do that is like mostly legal?
That's what?
Do you have anything
Mostly
that you do
legal?
that is mostly legal?
Yes. I specialize in herbal compounds and often sell them, and I have this little makeshift garden thing.
Oh, that's cute. Cool beans.
I also do side businesses with people, managing their kind of like as a a Wi-Fi bouncer in a way. I helped encrypt their profiles, messages, and other means. I don't really ask too much into what they're doing. I just get paid to secure privacy.
I mean, what? That's pretty cool.
If that's what you want, considering legal means.
I mean, hey, I don't judge. I was just wondering. It's like you
That's
talking
cool.
about hacking, so I was just like, I'm guessing he has two jobs.
Yes, I am a part-time hacktivist, I guess you could say. But with all this kind of magic stuff going on, I've kind of, I wouldn't say taken a break from that, but I've kind of waned off a little. I still have my contacts for side jobs. I'm still working on one major job, but I don't know. I felt more enjoyable out in the outside world lately.
I'm
I've
glad.
never really seen it as enjoyable, but I don't know, with all these bars and these people and these eccentric people, I've kind of gotten a liking. I've learned to
I
laugh a
mean,
little bit more.
eccentric is one way of calling us. It's
Oh, not you. I'm talking about some people that I met at a bar earlier. Yes, a young lady in a fancy white suit, and well, there's the grave digger, and then another guy who
I
is
mean,
a
I've never actually
mercenary.
heard someone call him. I'm not even sure that's his actual profession.
No, his name is Gravedigger.
I don't know. He just does what he wants to do. So you've met D'Onofrio?
Yes, she she's eccentric. She has a
She
taste.
is super cool.
I'm afraid that unfortunately I'm probably no longer going to be in her or able to be in her sect. Unfortunately, we'll see.
I mean, like I said, think hard.
I will
D'Onofrio is pretty
try my
cool.
best though.
D'Onofrio is pretty cool.
She seemed like she would be a very cool ally.
Yes, she's good to have as an ally, because yeah, Madame Boo makes things go pop. She knows what she's doing.
I'm glad. Because I certainly don't at this point. This is a whole new world.
No, I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, that's exactly what this place is. It is definitely an eye opener in a lot of senses.
I'm just glad I broke the illusion of mortality. It was
I
such a
mean,
boring qualm.
dude, you still mortal. Trust me, you can still die.
Oh, I'm well
It's a
aware of
very
that,
real
but
thing.
that's very
It's
true.
more the
But I
mundane.
meant mundane. Yes, that would have been a better word.
Trust me, you still mortal as fuck. And there are plenty
Yes.
of people who
The knife through my hand has quite proven so.
yeah, there are plenty of people who will be like, nah, you mortal still. Don't worry, you mortal. Of worries, like anyone in this group,
Very cool.
or the most of worries, I guess.
By the way, I really like your sunglasses that you have on.
Thank you. They help with the sun, and that is their purpose. They're also
I'm,
super stylish.
I mean, I like the design, yes.
Thank you. I really do think 90s fashion was just gone too soon. For everyone 90s, I shall miss you.
I mean, hey, I wear a robe most of the time. Or, not really a robe, more of a, God, what do you call that thing? IRL. What do you call that thing? The kind of Japanese robe thing with the.
Kimono.
Oh, what?
I mean, it's not a robe, but like the style
Yeah.
is similar, I guess. The kimono.
Yeah. Kimono, yeah. I wear a kimono most of the time, so I can understand kind of where you're going from.
I mean, do you have all the pieces for the kimono, or do you just kind of wrap it around you and tie it at the waist?
No, I have all the pieces.
Okay, well then, you know what? Yep, style. Completely understand. The things you do for style.
Tell me about it. It was easily
But
$5,000. It's
yeah,
the
I don't even
gravest
have
price.
equipment that expensive. I don't even have equipment that expensive, and my equipment is my life. So,
What's your resources?
um, out of character, it's two.
Yeah, character sheet wise,
I
yeah.
mean,
Okay.
she's not like poor as fuck. She's just like,
Mm.
everyday kind of people.
Ah, I see.
Anyway, so eventually, I guess
So,
they'll
what
get their
made you
drinks.
want to join the cult?
The ecstatics. I
Yes,
don't know.
ecstatics.
I mean, weird sense it just kind of came to be. I ended up awakening real. I was kind of early into my move here, my migration here, and ended up meeting Siren. He bumped into me.
I see.
He's the one who was the original head, and he
If you
kind of
don't
took me
mind
under
me,
his wing. What's that?
oh, I was going to ask if you don't mind me asking, how did he get injured?
He initially he was already hurt. He was dealing with some items of magical power, and let's just say they got ahead of him. And
Is he still okay?
myself, well, he was. Myself and some others rescued him. And he was getting better. And then he got attacked. Or cursed. I don't know. Because then next time I see him, he's covered in blood and stigmata from his
That's
hands.
awful.
And Jacket just soaked up all the blood. I held him in my arms while we tried to stop the bleeding.
I'm so sorry.
Uh, we eventually
Yep.
stopped bleeding. We gave him to his dad, who's an archbishop, was the archbishop, and they're gone now. I don't know how Siren is. I'm hoping he's okay. I'm
Do you need
really
a
hoping
drink?
he's okay. Yeah, that's why I got this Long Island, right?
I'm gonna order her two more. I'm gonna pat her on the shoulder and just say I'm sorry.
It really is what it is. We're trying to do what we can.
If you want, I've got an herb that kind of calms you down.
If anything, I
If
want
you
something
want.
that keeps me focused, so I can just
Oh, I
keep
got
on
one of
looking
those too.
into. Maybe I need to do that. Um, I'm just trying to focus on stopping end of the world stuff.
Yes, I've been hearing quite a lot about that.
Yep.
Apparently,
Apparently,
there's a
September 10th
war
is gonna
gonna
be a
break out.
hot day. I mean,
If I
probably.
if I heard correctly, it's in 2 days.
I mean, most likely. That's just one more. Big one's supposed to be, well, a big one. Supposed to be in September if we make it there. If we don't,
Mm,
that's not a problem.
that's
And if
gonna
we
be
do,
weird. How do I celebrate a birthday in the middle of war?
whose birthday?
Mine, actually.
Oh, shit.
My birthday is
Happy
September
birthday in a few
9th.
days, kid. You have my condolences on the war starting on that, but you know what? We will buy you around after. How's that?
I'll
And
take you up on your
by
offer.
we, I mean myself and Eliza's money, because I'll bring her with me.
That's wonderful.
How's that?
So, is Eliza a part of the? Um,
Did you
I'm
say
sorry, I'm
something?
really bad with names. Yes, is Eliza a part of
Mm-hmm.
the?
Shit.
I'm bad with names. I'm still learning.
1 sec, sorry.
Uh, Cult of Ecstasy,
My bad. My
whatever.
headphones cut out weirdly.
Oh,
Um,
is
after she said, "I'll drag her with me," what did he say?
I said, or he said, is speaking of which, is Eliza a part of the Cult of Ecstasy? I'm still trying to learn the names that everybody
No,
calls them.
Doctor Hoth is not, and she'll say, "Doctor,
So,
Doctor Hoth is not."
is that what her name is? I'm confused.
Yeah, she's Eliza Hoth. She's a
Oh, she's a
doctor.
doctor?
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting. What does she study?
I have no fucking idea. Probably wisecracks. I'm pretty sure she's got a PhD in how to be an ass.
Well, she must have
And
tons
you
of
know
money to
what?
buy me rounds.
Good work. It's definitely good work. I mean, of course I'll buy you around. Don't worry. I'll just drag her around so it won't be boring. Because she always makes things interesting.
I see. I also have a few herbs to make things unboring,
Uh-huh.
but those are mine. You may not have any.
That's good. But yeah, choose etherite.
I see. Those are the scientists, right?
Mm. Yeah.
I see. I'm gonna bring out my snake from my arm, and he's gonna slither onto the bar table, and I'm gonna set down a little shot glass full of water for him.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
This is Oro. I'm not sure if you met him yet.
Yeah, I noticed him in the park.
He's how you say an infant right now. He's a
Oh, he's
fraidy
little.
cat. Yes, these spirits were picking on him earlier, and he came back crying. I
Oh,
still have much to teach him.
he's just a widow.
He is just a little.
She'll look at them, wiggle her fingers at him. Hey, widow.
He flicks his tongue. You can't hear him speak if you don't have a spirit too.
It's cool because she just want to say hi.
in my in my head, I can hear him saying, "I like her sunglasses." Oro is fixated on shiny colors.
Both.
So you were saying that you have to look up something about initiation, I think?
Yeah, I don't really think we have one, but like, 'cause I don't remember. But I was also high a lot, so the
Yes,
last kind of year or so is a little hazy. Literally.
I see.
But I'll look it up, you know?
Yeah. Do you need a good contact to reach me?
I mean, probably. That would be a good idea.
I'll hand her a business card with my phone number and email.
Cool. Yay, friendship. Or at least getting to communication level of friendship. High five.
I give her a high five.
High fives are
Would you
high.
believe that was my first high five?
She'll look at him. You know, I can't. But you
I
know
think
what?
I have a lot to learn from you.
It was a good high five, so you get like 6 points for that.
Thank you.
Not a 10, but it's not a 2. 6 points. It's a good starting point.
I'll take it.
There you go.
You notice that my character actually smiles for once, and which he hasn't done through the entire meeting.
Hey. Is that a facial expression I see? I didn't know you had those muscles. It's a good one.
I
You should
don't
do it
know.
more often. Practice makes perfect. Soon it'll come really easy. It's just whoop, flourish. A little smile. Flourish.
You're a very bright young individual.
Bright is definitely something I have going for me, especially in colors, strobe lights. Lots and lots of colors.
I can see that by your outfit.
Yes, my outfits are wonderful.
And is that... What lip gloss is that? It almost matches your sunglasses.
Thank you. She's just like proud, like, yes, this is the plan. It's just that smug look of like, you noticed. Good point. Points for you. But yeah, it's
I can't even tell you how long it takes me in the morning to straighten my hair.
you know what? Magic like this does not come easy. There's a vast ritual of like items and solvents and praying to Eris and cursing Eris and then like saying, oh, wait, I'm sorry, because you don't curse at Eris. And then you do the sacrifices. And then there's burning, and then there's screaming, and then there's fire. It's a whole ritual process. Most girls go through it. I don't really think I'm an outlier.
Have you had the part of the process to where you throw the hair dryer outside the window?
Got a hair dryer. Boy, it's an industrial grade flat iron hair dryer. Like I'm new to the game. Shake her head at him. Just drink her lemon.
So you're telling me that you don't, after the shower, get out, go off with the towel, then the hair dryer, then the flat iron, then the products, and then back with the flat iron?
No, and let it air dry. Because if you hair dry, if you use the machine, this thing does not like it. So I must appease it in the only way I can, letting it dry the way it wants to, and then the industrial grade comes out. Putting it into a false security, even though it happens like every 4 days.
Dean, like, grabs one of his split ends, looks at it, and he goes, I might take this advice.
And so just let it do what it wants, and then ambush it.
Like you're hiding for an attack.
Yes, super sneaky, even though it happens on the regular. Their
I
drying
see.
just already puts it up in a frizz. And then it's just like, no, I'm ready. I'm ready for the attack.
IRL, I think James might not be coming. I think he's too much into the clouds.
Oh, well.
Hmm.
Oh, well.
So,
Well, in any
who?
case.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, continue.
no, you go ahead.
Um, that's it. Lottie's just gonna, like, drink. She kind of look at him. Like, what are the other houses what are the other traditions you're looking at?
Ah, you see, I was looking into the hollow ones, but obviously that was, I took the wrong advice. um, and then I did some more studying, and I was thinking about going after the dream speakers, but I figured out that my I would not be able to join them due to, gosh, what was it? I don't know,
Wait,
I'm
one more
trying to
time?
think.
Yeah.
I was thinking about joining the dream speakers, but
Hmm.
if I
I don't
remember,
know
there
if
was
we have too many
something.
of those here.
Yes, they're not a prominent group in the city, and the fact of my apparent race does not suit them, which I found odd, and so I kind of shied away. And then I was looking at Virtual Adept, but I figured out that I do not have the right magical abilities to fit in with that group.
Yeah, they're little finicky.
So I wanted to indulge you about yours, and so far I'm kind of liking it.
Eh, we're pretty loose with our ways and rules. If we have rules, I don't know the rules. I mean, pretty sure I do, but right on the top of my head, I don't know them. I probably have them written down somewhere in my
Well,
room or in Siren's library. Probably.
if there are any rules, I shall do my best to abide by them. If
I
you
mean,
do so,
really,
choose to invite me.
yeah, I mean, really, biggest rule, consent. That's it. That is a super macho, intense rule. We do not make people drink tea if they don't want tea. They want tea the way they like it. Tea is and can well be any fucking thing.
I think I'm gonna love that rule.
Well, there you go.
I often don't like it when others pressure me into something, and therefore I do not do so to them. Isn't that how the world works, right?
Kinda. Yeah. Complicated, but also really simple. If you just kind of give people a choice, sometimes they're into it, sometimes they're not. It's really just depends on them.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
By the way, is that your natural eye color, or are those contacts?
Hmm?
I said, uh,
No, it's my eye color.
it's very nice. It's kind of like a crimson green in a way.
Things I've just kind of heard as like a weird green. It's just
Yeah.
nice. It's not even like super special. There's some weird eyes out there. You'll know them when you see them.
If you look at my character's face, it comes blatantly obvious about how you say that.
There you go. Be like, boom.
You do know the thing with my character's eyes, right?
Yeah.
Due to the night sight in his category, it altered his eyes that way during the awakening. Yes, my eyes are quite interesting too. For some reason, I find it easier to see in the dark, which kind of helps out with my night owliness. How do you see in the dark, especially with those sunglasses on? It's 1 in the morning. Now that I do ask.
I mean, I do what I want. She kind of tip her nose like, and I also sometimes forget they're there. But like they're comforting.
I see.
I also work
That's
as a
nice.
DJ, so they're kind of part of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
For
they're
which club?
usually many clubs. Well, not many. I'm still kind of on the low rung, but a
Okay.
lot bigger over in the U.S.
If you want, I'm actually very good at managing resources and booking,
I mean,
if
sure.
you may
I
be
mean,
interested.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I've been mainly doing smaller venues because I haven't been having a lot of time. Uh, Mage
I have a
stuff.
few connections that could possibly get you a big showing if you would like, and maybe even booking in smaller clubs. It all just depends. Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. So, I mean, if you want, you don't have to stay here and keep me company.
Yeah.
If you want to join your friends,
I mean, I guess that's fine. But it is getting late anyway.
yes. Shall I
So,
walk
if
you back to your house, or are you fine?
no, just walking back to the park is cool.
Okay, I can do that.
Sweet. And
We
I
head
guess
out
that's
after
what
the bar.
we'll leave them.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's where we can leave them. That way, if either of us wants to do scenes later on, they have a place to jump up for.
Yep.
Thank you, player, for playing. Well, players for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. If anyone's going to be watching this, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you, specifically. I hope the rest of your day, night, afternoon, whatever have you, was nice. Bye.